I am out and about today in Montgomery County, Maryland, north of Washington, D.C. And since I'm on the road today, I thought it would be a good idea to focus on gas station food. I don't know if you saw my previous episode on gas station food, but I thought since I'm traveling through Montgomery County, it would be a good idea to do it again. In fact, I heard that in northern Montgomery County, in Damascus, there is a food stall, a food counter inside a gas station that serves really good food. I've never been there before. I don't know exactly what kind of food they serve. I think it might be Latin food or Mexican food of some sort, but I guess I'll find out shortly. So let's begin. I'm going to start with the empanada. I think they have chicken and beef empanadas. But the woman at the counter today said that they ran out of chicken and it only had beef. Yeah, on the inside you have seasoned beef. And it looks like some eggs on the inside as well. Pieces of sliced eggs. The eggs are chopped pretty small there. Very nice. The beef is very tender. Okay, here's the rice and beans. It looks like a typical rice and beans that you would get at any Mexican spot. But I would have to say that this version is a little bit more moist and wet. Maybe that's the best word I can use. It seems like it's a little saucier and more wet than some versions I've had. This is really good. It seems like they took a lot of care and paid a lot of attention to making the rice very moist. Beans are not mushy, but soft. You know, sometimes the beans might be slightly undercooked, slightly hard, but these aren't. These are perfect. I'm going to dive into the chicken milanesa now. I'm just going to guess. If it's not 12 inches, it's darn close. It's got to be at least 10 or 11 inches long, and maybe 5 or 6 inches across. This thing is quite large. I think the only way to do it is to rip off a piece. And there's a whole bed of French fries underneath. I ordered fries. I didn't know that they would serve as a bed or a platform for the chicken, but that is what happened. Good fries. Whoa, here's the chicken. This is breast meat, white meat chicken. I guess somehow the chicken was flattened and made into a big fillet and then breaded and fried. And holy crap, it's really tender and moist. Wow. The thin outer breading is very sandpapery. It reminds me slightly of those cornmeal coatings that you might find on fried catfish or something like that, but it's not that, but it reminds me of that. Ooh, that was some good chicken milanesa. Honestly, it's probably better than I thought it would be. It kind of reminded me of shoe leather. I mean, not in the taste and the texture of it, but it was so massive. It reminded me of shoe leather. Kind of like what a shoemaker might pull out when beginning a project, you know, like making a pair of shoes or a pair of boots or something. He would pull out a big piece of leather to start his work. That's what that chicken Milanesa reminded me of. I'm at a place called Dickerson Market right now in a small town in western Montgomery County, near the Frederick County line actually. It's a small town where there's a gas station, kind of like a general store attached to the gas station. It also has a post office attached to the store. And it's quite well known for its fried chicken. So I got a bucket of fried chicken, a 8-piece bucket of fried chicken, and also the chipped beef with gravy on toast. I don't think I had planned on getting the chipped beef, but that's a dish that I haven't had in a long time. Probably not since attending public school did I eat chipped beef, probably. Or maybe around that time also when I had a TV dinner. I'm going to try the chipped beef first since it's soaking in this gravy. It's a white gravy. It's quite viscous. Creamy gravy with toast and chipped beef. I would say like little shards of beef, quite finely chopped. The beef is quite thin and well dispersed, so you don't get a whole lot of beefiness as you're eating this. And in fact, it's taking a back seat to the gravy and the bread. But it's good to reacquaint myself with this dish that I haven't had literally since I was a boy. So in a bucket, you get 2 pieces of each kind. 2 breasts, 2 wings, 2 drumsticks, 2 thighs. So you get the whole gamut. Let me try the drumstick. Yeah, with the meatiness of the drumstick, that's proof positive that this was brined. I mean, it's just very moist and tender. Crispy? Yes. I wouldn't say it's the crispiest chicken I've ever had, but it's legitimately crispy. The chicken definitely has that brined texture about it, which makes it very moist and soft, if not just a tad salty maybe. Yeah, I would say the batter here, the exterior of this chicken, probably leans more toward the kind of KFC original recipe than it does Popeyes. Not the same. I'm just using general terms that are familiar with all of us. So you have some of the craggy crevices that are nice and crisp. Then you have the meat inside that is well brined, very tender. A lot of people like to test out fried chicken with the breast piece because if that's moist and tender, moist and juicy, then that's a winner. Okay. As I suspected, this breast meat is quite moist. Again, they did a great job prepping that chicken, brining it, getting it ready to be blasted by hot oil. And the fries are quite crisp. They're kind of halfway in between a steak fry and like a McDonald's fry. Maybe reminiscent of the size of a Five Guys fry, if you're familiar with that. There's a refrigerated display case inside the store that has desserts. And so I got this. I think they call it the dirt cake. Actually, let me look at the lid. Yeah, that's what it's called, dirt cake. I've seen this preparation before, this dessert. I think I'm more familiar with it as dirt pudding, or I think that's what I know it as. Again, not something I have quite often. I mean, actually, I can't remember the last time I had this. But essentially what it is, I think, is vanilla pudding with a dusting of crumbled Oreo cookies on top. You know, Oreo cookies without the filling. So it's like a layer of soil on top. Therefore, it's called dirt, or dirt cake, dirt pudding. So let me try this. Very creamy. And then you have the creaminess broken up by the crumbly Oreos, the dirt. Not overly sweet. Wow. I like this dirt cake. That concludes another episode. I had a lot of good food today on the road. I don't know where I'll be on the next episode, but stay tuned. Likely I'll be wandering around somewhere in the Washington, D.C. area, so come along. Well, until next time, until my next food adventure, take care.